The idea for Ecosia pretty much started after university. After finishing university, I asked myself what I should do with my life. I wanted to do something good with my life, but I didn't know what exactly. During university, I worked on some internet projects with my flatmates, so I had a little bit of an understanding how the internet works and also how search engines work, but I didn't have any concrete ideas what I could do to help the planet. So I started traveling around. I traveled for many, many months and also spent some time in South America. And there I found out about the importance of trees and the rainforest especially. And I thought, wow, this is really something nice that we all should do more for to protect and increase the amount of trees. So I thought, why not do something for trees? And so the idea of creating a search engine that plants trees was born and started in the year 2009. At Ecosia, we decided to plant trees because trees are really awesome. So when you put a tree into the ground, it grows big and while doing that, absorbs a lot of CO2 out of the atmosphere, which is really good to fight climate change and global warming. So in addition to that, a tree also does many, many other things. It improves the conditions of the soil around it so that people can actually grow food there again and even maybe sell it on the market. People can benefit from products that trees generate, like even honey or selling some nuts on the local markets, things like that. But then also on a bigger scale, actually trees help to restore the watershed so that people have good access to fresh water. And it even creates certain microclimates that it just improves the whole situation for everybody in that area. So the trees at Ecosia are actually just a symbol for so many other good things that are happening around them. Ecosia's big goal at the moment is to plant 1 billion trees. 1 billion trees sounds like a lot, but it has to be a lot because if we just plant a few trees, it's just not going to have a big enough impact to solve climate change. So we decided to aim really high and also have a big impact. 1 billion trees is very ambitious, but I think we can achieve it, but we can't achieve it alone. So we need the help of you, our users, but also like all the people around it. The more people know about Ecosia and start using it as their search engine, the faster we're going to achieve that goal. And actually together we could have a really big and meaningful impact in stopping climate change and creating a better world. At Ecosia, we pick our projects by looking at how much positive impact a project has. So we try to assess how much benefits are created by the tree planting projects for the people who live there, but also for the nature in that area. So, and that really depends on the region. Like in Burkina Faso, the benefit of our project is that we're stopping the desert and providing people with new economic opportunities in that area. In other regions, like in Indonesia, it might mean that we provide people with other economic alternatives than selling their land to palm oil plantations. In the end, it's really hard to measure and estimate these things, but we're trying to have just as much as positive of an impact per euro that we invest as possible. Initially, we actually worked together with Google, but after a few weeks, they decided to end the partnership and release the policy that they won't work with charitable search engines anymore in the future. The reasoning behind that is that, according to Google, people would click more on ads than they usually do because they want to support the cause of this charitable search engine. In our case, they want to support planting trees. And Google says that they have to protect their advertisers from such fraudulent clicks. So we at our end, we don't really see that happening. We don't see that people click more on ads than they would usually do. And there's also software which could filter out such fraudulent clicks. But Google at the moment at least decided not to work with Ecosia. So at Ecosia, we show you this little tree counter on the top right of the website, and this tree counter tells you how many trees you have already contributed to. So currently it takes around 10 seconds for us to plant a new tree. So every time you search with Ecosia, you contribute to one of these trees that Ecosia is planting. That doesn't mean that you planted these trees alone. It's just you were part of you contributed a small share to that particular tree. On average, depending on how often you click on ads, it takes around 50 searches to plant a tree completely on your own. When you search with Ecosia, we of course show you search results. But in addition to that, we also display little text advertisements on the right and on the top of the search results. And whenever you click on one of these advertisements, the advertiser pays us money that we can then use to plant trees. Depending on the keyword that you're using, we generate just a few cents or sometimes even a few euros per click on these advertisements. So if you want to know how much money we actually earned, you can look that up in our financial reports, which we publish every month. Ecosia is available for pretty much any device, so you can use it on your computer. We have little browser extensions for all major browsers, Firefox, Safari, or Chrome, for example. And then it's also available in the app stores for your mobile or for your tablet. So we have an iOS app, an Android app, and also a Windows Phone app. At Ecosia, we try to maximize the amount of trees that we can plant. So what we do each month is we look at the revenue that we generate from our search engine, and then deduct the cost that we have from operating the search engine, like paying the salaries for the people who work here, but also things like the rent for our office or the cost for the service, for example. So we deduct all these costs and we try to donate as much as possible of the money that is left over. However, sometimes we actually just need some money to build up reserves for the future. So in some cases, we take out of the profit, we take a maximum share of 20% and put that on our bank account so that we can make investments in the future. Or if we don't need the money, then just put it back into the tree planting operations. So what is different about Ecosia compared to pretty much all other businesses is that we don't take money out of the company. So whatever comes in, we just either invest that for the future or it goes into tree planting. If you want to look up how exactly we spend the money, you can actually go on our website and see the business reports that we publish every month. What I personally like a lot about Ecosia is that you only need to make a very small change to actually have a very big impact in the end together with others. So I just make my personal daily choice to go to Ecosia and do something good instead of going into any other search engine. And in the end, if a lot of people make a lot of these small choices, then we can really achieve a lot. So we have already planted millions of trees, which just wouldn't have been possible if not many people like you had decided to do just a small thing every day to make the world a better place.